how's it going, ladies and gentlemen? This is Useful, and I'm along with Scaredy, and he has a special piece of paper with him.
Hi.
Oh, right, you can't see that. Okay. I was expecting you to see something. Okay, so, as you can see, this is our logo. It ain't gonna be that interesting. Or
now.
is it?
For now, at least.
But,
We plan on making it better.
this is the Creepypasta series we talked about. We will be playing games, but,
Right now we're having some technical difficulties.
right now the game is having a hissy fit. I want to stab it like it's a bitch. But, yeah, fuck the game. So we're just gonna use our logo spinning around like Krezes. Maybe we'll change it up if I feel like it's another screensaver, because it's just my screensaver. But, yeah, this is Creepypasta Weekly. That's what we're gonna call it. Every Friday night. And we're actually recording Friday night, so we might post this late. Sorry. So, I'm gonna stop the video. I'm gonna hand it over to, Scaredy. I keep forgetting your goddamn name and you work for me.
You're the one who gave me this name, and you're the one forgetting it.
Oh, shut up. But yeah, I'm gonna hand it over to him. He's gonna read an opening, or make his own opening, it doesn't matter. Read the opening. And, he's gonna read a synopsis. We got this off the wiki. The Creepypasta wiki. The wiki. They're the wiki fresh. Okay, they're tired of hearing me, so.
Of course.
Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you.
Okay.
I almost keep saying your old user. But whatever. Gonna hand it over. 3, 2, 1, boop!
Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. Scaredy here. I was gonna say Slender. I am a member of Team Slendy, and we are starting Creepypasta Weekly. Pretty much what Useful explained is that we'll be reading creepypastas. We wanted to play games while I read them, but unfortunately we're having some technical difficulties, so yeah, behind the screen. There's something behind the screen that you don't want to see. So we're just using this for now until we can fix everything up.
Next episode will be better.
Yeah, next episode after. Yeah, well, this will be a 2-part series for this creepypasta. We'll start new ones soon, so keep a lookout for that. Anyways, I'm gonna read some summary of the creepypasta, which is my personal favorite, Smile Dog. I love this to pieces. And then I'm going to read the pasta. I only have 3 pages when it's a complete set of 6. So we'll be doing a series of 3 pages, and then I'll give you my pros and cons. Okay. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, we will be posting creepypastas every Friday night, and Useful.
Fuck you.
We'll be playing games beside me while I read. Please, I beg you, enjoy his screams. Anyways, to the summary. Smile Dog's story consists of a classic horror setup. An amateur writer visits the house of a lady who supposedly has a story of which he can borrow from. But rather than speak, however, the lady has locked herself up in her room, crying and ranting about nightmares and visions and various other problems. All of these sent around a floppy disk have been given to a certain image, Smile.jpg, which is Smile Dog. Smile.dog. Other cases have been cropped up. Viewing this image, insanity and no copy of the exact image exists on the web through likenesses of it do. The true image of Smile.jpg is recognized due to the effect that it has on the viewer. That is, they wind up dead. Attaching the file, that is, spreading the word, is the only way to save oneself from the smile dog that appears in one's dreams, demanding them to spread the word. Some say the original legend began with an image of the devil. I don't know about you guys, but just reading the summary, it's a little uneasy right now.
Stop stuttering, jackass.
Sorry. Reading and reading this type of creepypasta is giving me the stutters. Anyways, the pasta. I first met in person with Mary E. in the summer of 2007. I have had arranged with her husband of 15 years, Terrence, to see her for an interview. Mary have impolitely agreed since I was not a newsman, but rather an amateur writer gathering information for a few early college assignments, and, if all went according to plan, some pieces of fiction. We scheduled the interview for a particular weekend when I was in Chicago on an unrelated business. But at the last moment, Mary changed her mind and locked herself in the couple's bedroom, refusing to meet me. For half an hour, I sat with Terrence as we camped outside the bedroom door. I listened and took notes while he attempted to fruitlessly to calm his wife. The things Mary said made little sense, but fit with the pattern I was expecting. Though I could not see her. I could tell from her voice that she was crying, and more often that not her objections to speaking with me centered around the incoherent data tribe on her dreams, her nightmares. Terrence apologized previously that we were ceased the exercise, and I did my best to take it in stride. Recall that I wasn't a reporter in search of a story, but merely a curious young man in search for information. Besides, I thought at the time, I could perhaps find another similar case if I put my mind and resources to it. Mary E. was the size-up of a small Chicago-based bulletin board system in 1992, when she first encountered Smile.jpg, and her life changed forever. She and Terrence have been married for only 5 months. Mary was one of the estimated 400 people who saw the image when it was posted as a hyperlink on the BBS, though she is the only one who has spoken openly about the experience. The rest have remained anonymous, or perhaps dead. In 2005, when I was only in 10th grade, Smile.jpg was first brought to my attention by my beginning interest in the web-based Bohemia. Mary was the most often cited victim of what is sometimes referred to as, Smile Dog. The being of Smile.jpg is reputed to display. What caught my interest, other than the obvious migrant elements of the cyber legend of my proclivity towards such things, was a sheer lack of information, usually to the point that people don't believe in even exists, others that as a rumor or hoax. It is unique because through the entire Bohemia centers of a picture file. That file is nowhere to be found on the internet, certainly many photo multiplications stimulated later the web. Showing up with the most frequency on sites such as the image board 4chan, particularly the
Reddit.
Focus Bohemia subboard.
It's on Reddit.
It is suspected that these are fakes because they do not have the effect that the true Smile.jpg is believed to have, namely sudden upset terminal lob explicitly and account anxiety. Sorry for my stuttering. This is just freaking me out. This purported inaction in the viewer is one of the reasons that the Phantom, like Smile.jpg, is regarded with such disdain, since it's practically obscured, depending on whom you ask, is related to acknowledge Smile.jpg's existence might be just as much out of fear as it is out of disbelief. Neither Smile.jpg or SmileDog is mentioned anywhere on Wikipedia, though the website features articles on such other, perhaps more scheduled shock sites as Hello.jpg or Two Girls One Cup. Any attempt to create a page pertaining to Smile.jpg is similarly deleted by any of the encyclopedia's many admins. Encounters with Smile.jpg are the stuff of the internet legends. Mary E's story is not unique. There are unverified rumors of Smile.jpg showing up in the early days of Usenet, and even one persistent tale that in 2020 a hacker flooded the rumors of humor and satire website Something Awful with the dialogue of Smile Dog pictures, rendering almost half the forum's users as the time epileptic. Whatever. It is also said that in the mid to late 90s that Smile.jpg calculated an Usenet and as an attachment of a chain email with the subject line, "Smile, God loves you." Yet despite of the huge exploits of the stunts would generate, these are very few people who admit that having experiences any of them with no trace of the file or any link has ever been discovered. Those who claim to have seen Smile.jpg often weakly joke that they were far too busy to save a copy of the picture to their hard drive. However, all ugly victims often have the same description of a photo: a dog-like creature, usually described as appearing similar to a Siberian husky, illuminated by the flash of the camera, sits in a dim room. The only background detail is the visual being of a human hand extending from the darkness near the left hand of the frame. The hand is empty, but is usually described as a beckoning. Of course, most attention is given to the dog, or dog creature, as some victims are more certain than others about what they have claimed to have seen. The muzzle of the beast is repeatedly split in a wide grin, revealing 2 rows of white, very straight, very sharp, very human-looking teeth. This, of course, is not a description given immediately after the viewing of the picture, but rather a recollecting of the victims who claim to have seen the picture endlessly, repeating in their mind's eye during the time they are, in reality, having epileptic fits. These fits are reported to continue intermittently, often while the victims sleep, resulting in very valid and disturbing nightmares. These may be threatened with medication, though in some instances it is most effective than others. Mary E., I assumed, was not on effective medication. That was why after my visit to her apartment in 2007, I sent out feelers to several folklores, an urban legend, or originated news groups, websites, and mailing his experiences. For a time, nothing happened at the length. I forgot completely about my pursuits since I had begun my freshman year at college, and I was quite busy. Mary contacted me via email, however, near the beginning of March 2008, and here is just the email that she gave and he had in the subject. I'm not going to read that, but I am going to read the letter. Well, part of it. I am incredibly sorry about my behavior last summer when you came to interview me. I hope you understand that it was no fault of yours, but rather my own problems that led me to act out as I did. I realize that I could have handled the situation more discreetly. However, I hope you will forgive me. At this time, I was afraid. Well, that was interesting. This was only three pages, my friends. We have another 3 to go. So far I actually like this. I love this. I'm not going to give you my pros and cons yet, but don't fret. Do not fret. I will finish reading Smile Dog at a later date. You, however, sit tight, relax, hell, take some naps. For now, my friends, it is time for me to visit your nightmares. Good night, everybody.